This is the Blitz 8 Preview Show. Here's Sports Director Travis Lee.
Well, good evening and welcome to our 10th annual Blitz 8 High School Football Preview Show. Coming up, we'll introduce you to players and teams to watch out for this year, take a look at some of the changes on tap for the season, and we'll welcome Michael Hoffer to the studio to help us break down the upcoming season. Now, while most of the state will get underway tomorrow night, it's opening night in Old Orchard Beach, where the defending 8-man champion Gulls are meeting up with Trape Academy. We're looking live at Old Orchard Beach as they have just kicked off the high school football season. We'll check back in with the Gulls a little bit later in the show. Now, for the best high school football coverage throughout the season, join us Friday nights at 11 on WMTW for Blitz 8. All the storylines and key plays on Blitz 8. You got to be there. Now, this offseason, the MPA went to work on a new classification plan for football, which had an impact on virtually every region in the state. For the first time since 2018, there will be regional champions in Class A, as the class goes back to a North and South region. South Portland and Portland both played in the B-South Championship game last year. They go up to Class A, as does Windham and Noble, which was 1-8 in Class B. They're moving up to A as well. Deering, with Class A enrollment, petitioned down to Class B after going 1-16 the past 2 years. Class B-size schools Hamden and Brewer are in the North in Class C. And 2 years removed from their season being discontinued due to a hazing scandal, Brunswick will play 8-man football. Wells won back-to-back titles in 17 and 18 in Class D. The Warriors are back in Class D after 4 years in Class C. Since 1979, someone other than Joe Rafferty is leading the Kennebunk football team into a season. Keith Noel, a 2001 Kennebunk grad and former player and assistant of Rafferty's, is the new head coach. Rafferty retired after 43 seasons on the job last year. Noel, who has 18 years of experience as an assistant, the last 6 at Kennebunk, will try to make the transition seamless.
Rafferty's here for 43 years. So it's big shoes to fill. Obviously, you want to keep everything, that he's set forward for the last 43 years, back when I played 20-something years ago, to, the guys who played for him last year. So, just trying to keep on, the legacy of him.
All right, Deering is hoping veteran coach Brendan Scully can bring their program some stability. The Rams have gone through 8 coaches in the past 12 seasons. Scully hasn't been a head coach since 2007 when he completed a successful 5-year run at Noble. The former athletic director at Massabesic had a request when taking the job.
I mean, one of the kind of caveats I had is I wanted to, teach and be in the building with the kids as well. I think that's kind of critical, particularly if you're trying to, help get a program going again a little bit, that, I'm here, maybe some kids will see me and make some connections, and some kids come out that hadn't done it in a little while.
Now, speaking of Deering, this year marks the 20th anniversary of Deering's last state title team. The 2003 team ended a 44-year title drought for the Rams, and mine and many others' estimations was the best team they've seen in Maine high school football, with standouts like Ryan Flaherty, Joey Marsh, Ryan Reed, John Presby, Rob Sampson. They went unbeaten and blanked Brunswick 28-0 for the state title 20 years ago. All right, let's go back to last year. Class D title game. Foxcroft Academy made it back-to-back championships with a 41-22 win over Lisbon. The Ponies will go for a three-peat, but they have more teams to compete against this year. We bring in Michael Hoffer, who kind of reverse hibernates. He's the opposite of a bear. We don't see him all summer long. We see him finally when the fall is here and through the rest of the school year. From the forecaster, thanks for joining me, Michael. And in Class D2 regions, Foxcroft looking for a three-peat.
Yes, Travis, and great to be here again as always. Thanks for having me. I think the big story in Class D this year is Wells coming back. They had that dominant run, as you alluded to, and they've got some kids with familiar names, older brothers, younger brothers that you've heard of before. Fox, Potter, Witten, guys like that, and they have a ton of team speed and depth, and I think that's going to make them really, really tough to beat here in the weeks to come. So Wells is certainly going to make their presence felt in Class D. Another team from the area maybe to keep an eye on is Freeport. I know they lost a lot of talent from last year. They're battling some injuries as the season starts. But I think you're going to see as the season goes on, once they get up to full speed, they're going to be a team that no one wants to face.
Yeah, Winthrop, a team that is going to be young, but certainly some young talent. Ben Porter, one of them, their outstanding young receiver. And Lisbon, they went to the state final last year. You know they'll be playing well at the end of the year. Yeah. All right, already thinking goal ball. The locations for the state championships have been announced. The A and B title games at Fitzpatrick Stadium again in Portland. The C and D championships, Lewiston High School, all November 18th. The 8-man championship will be a week earlier at Cameron Stadium in Bangor on November 11th. Now, fresh off a state championship in 2022, there are high expectations in Yarmouth for the Clippers to get back to an 8-man championship. Jim Hartman's in his 12th season captaining the Clippers, sandwiched around 7 years at Portland. We put the mic on the 3-time state championship winning coach at Clipper training camp.
Set and go. Don't lock out, don't lock out, don't lock out. Hey, big boy. You didn't run away from anything last night. Let's get downhill. Hit. Hit. Set, go. Bring that hip with it. No, don't jump into it. Don't jump. 300-pound guy's going to flatten you. Boy, he's tough, but you got to take it on. You got to stop him. And what you did, hey, you stopped, you plugged the hole, you forced it back to Liam. Liam was there. All right? Did you make the tackle, Liam?
No, Coach.
Who made it?
Right?
But you were there to make it, right? You're still in the hole.
Yeah, I got tripped into the hole, so I was there.
Let's go, guys. Come on. Run! Trent, down in there, swarm. Get excited, Trent. You play football, the greatest game on earth. Get excited, Trent. Who swore?
Hey. I didn't swear. I said shot.
All right.
Yeah, it's like a song. It's like a song. It's like ski.
This is why we're pushing you hard right now. That state game. You're going to get one mistake. That mistake, you lose. We're not going to be that team, are we?
No, Coach.
All right, the greatest game on earth. Now, the South won both 8-man championships last year. Michael McGonigal scored with 32 seconds left to lead Yarmouth to a 30-26 win over Waterville in the large school division. And Wesley Gallant had 4 TDs to help Old Orchard Beach beat Orono 46-22 in the small school championship. We bring back Michael Hoffer talking 8-man, and those 2 8-man schools, the champions from a year ago, look like the favorites to defend their titles this year.
Yeah, absolutely. It's certainly going into the season. They have to be viewed as favorites for good reason. And Yarmouth, they've really reloaded. They do miss Spencer Lebrecht. Certainly, he was a huge part of that team. But Michael McGonigal, 2,500 yards a year ago. Sam Bradford's going to be even more prolific at quarterback. I think Rufus McVeigh is going to wreak a lot of havoc on the defensive end. And these Clippers, Coach Hartman, and I'm going to hear him in my ear now the rest of the night. He says, his famous quote is, the reason we play is to win gold balls. They won one last year, they want to have another one, and they're going to be really tough to dethrone. Even though there are some teams, Mount Ararat specifically, I think you're going to see Greeley make a move this year after a tough season last year, maybe to get into contention, but the Clippers have to be considered the favorite there.
And Old Orchard with Brady Plant back, he's won a championship. He's going to his junior year with Riley Preventure. A lot of talent down there at the beach. And Owen Dunn could be a 1,000-yard back at Miranda Cook. They're going to be hanging around there as well. Orono should be loaded as well. All right, a look back at the best games from last year. Let's take a look. Week 7, Alex Yetton scores with 24 seconds left to lead Wyndham to a 14-7 win over Skowhegan. The Riverhawks then ran the table for the B championship. In Week 6, Gunnar Saunders leads Freiburg to a win in overtime at Westbrook, helping the Raiders clinch a playoff spot. Later in the evening, Wells and Kennebunk. The Warriors beat their old rival in not 1, not 2, but triple overtime by a final of 28-21. And way back in Week 2, Oxford Hills backup QB Brady Truman to Tanner Bickford late in the 4th for a 94-yard score and a win over Thornton Academy. More Blitz 8 preseason preview coming up after this.